Hello everyone, this is Korubudu from the Chaos Group. In this video, I'll be introducing you to the most anticipated new feature of VRay 2.0 for SketchUp, the addition of VRay Proxies. In this image, VRay Proxies were used for the grass, trees, and plants in key areas of the model. As you can see, it's now possible to render many high polygon models inside of SketchUp. VRay can process millions upon millions of polygons while having very little impact on your SketchUp file size, viewport performance, as well as overall RAM usage. It's now possible to render super complicated models in SketchUp very efficiently. As a side note, the VRay proxy file is also known as a VRay mesh. VRay meshes are saved to your hard drive and they're dynamically loaded during the rendering process. This is how the SketchUp file size stays so compact, your RAM usage is minimized, and the SketchUp viewport remains virtually unaffected. Here's the SketchUp model that we've used for the rendering I just showed you. One of the first things that you'll notice about this model is all the random triangles floating around in the scene. These triangles represent simplified versions of the VRay proxies used in this model. What is absolutely great about working with models using proxies is that the SketchUp viewport remains so responsive. As you can see here, there is very little impact that all these VRay proxies have on the viewport manipulation. Let's go ahead and create a VRay proxy. Here's a model of a tree that I obtained from 3D Warehouse. The original tree model is made with a fairly high level of detail and has about 267,000 faces. It makes sense to convert this model to a VRay proxy, especially if we're going to have several of them in our model. So let's select the tree and then click on the VRay proxy icon. In the dialog box, give the proxy a name of your choice and then click OK. Let's make one change to the default settings. I'm going to set the triangle count of the preview mesh to 200. This will give us a little more definition of the form of the tree. Then, click OK to finish saving the proxy. Notice that the original model is replaced with the VRay proxy automatically. Let's make a total of 36 copies of the new proxy tree. This will give us around 10 million faces in this model. Even with this many trees, there is little change to the viewport performance. Now, let's render the model, and while we're rendering, let's take a look at the RAM usage. You can see that the amount of RAM we are using is pretty low considering how many faces VRay is currently processing. To top that off, as you can see, the parsing time and rendering times are both very fast as well. One thing to keep in mind with VRay proxy files is that you can create them directly within SketchUp, or you can also create and share proxies between all of our VRay versions, like for instance VRay for Rhino or VRay for 3D Studio Max. In addition to supporting VRay proxies in this new version, we have also optimized the VRay core so that VRay will render dynamic geometries like proxies and displacement much faster. As you can see in this image, with the new VRay proxy feature, you can now achieve much more detailed and photorealistic renderings in SketchUp. Thank you for watching this video, and we hope that you enjoy this powerful new feature of VRay 2.0 for SketchUp.